look at that. Okay. I wonder how the audio is gonna sound. Hopefully it's not terrible. Yeah, welcome to Drawing a Bird with me, that one guy who draws things. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I thought I would try to do some watercolor because I don't really mess around with watercolor that much. I'm now realizing I might not have enough space here, so I have to move. See, it looks organized here, but this desk is actually a mess. There's so much crap all over this desk. It's actually so bad. So I have to make some more space, but that's okay. Okay, now we have more space. So let's see. I don't really know what I'm doing. Be so for real. But I like this blue, and I put water on the paper when I probably shouldn't have done that. So now we have this sort of a thing going on. So anyways, yeah, I don't really work in watercolor that much. I do a lot of sketching. That's my main thing, I guess. That's what I post the most of. But I thought it would be fun to try to post a longer form video because I haven't done anything like that yet. And you know what? The shorts are fun and everything. Yeah, I don't know. I got this new camera, so thought I'd try to use it. And I have this little Pinterest photo out in front of me that I'm kind of using roughly as my inspiration. I'm not entirely gonna master copy it because it's not a watercolor painting. It's like an acrylic painting. So I'm gonna just mess around with it. It's got a bird in it. Bird looks pretty chill. So we're gonna run with that. This is gonna be new, and I feel like my voice sounds really raspy, but I don't really care. I think I'm just gonna do this and have some fun with it, and we'll see what will happen. And you know, like, yeah, I've been doing a lot of sketching and stuff like that, and just kind of working on my craft. And I think I just need to take some time off. I'll do this for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I have to go to class because I have a freaking 8 p.m. class tonight, which is so fun. We love that. It's actually a fun class. It's a digital coloring class, which is pretty great. So that's been extremely helpful for me because I don't do a lot in color. For those who watch the short videos, can definitely see most of my work is just sketching and being pretty loose and light with it and stuff like that, which I'm trying to carry over into this here, obviously, because I don't really work in watercolor either, so this is new. But yeah, I'm kind of just blocking out, and I have this big palette of colors. These are cheap watercolors, which, I mean, honestly, like, people are like, oh, you know, you gotta get the best of the best, and you gotta mix your colors and everything, but I don't really care. I'm here to have fun, man, because I already do enough art that's like projects and crap, so I'm just like, for this, I'm just gonna use the colors I am given and see what I can make happen out of them. So I think it'll be a good little challenge, dare I say, a good little challenge. So yeah, I'm trying to block in kind of these rough shapes. I think this is tough. I have to choose like a horizon-y color, and I think I might start with a really light. The thing with watercolor, right? I mean, I've worked in it a little bit, so like I know some of the basics of it. It's obviously not my medium of choice. I don't use it that often, but the thing about it is you want to start pretty light with like with most paint. You want to start pretty light with your colors, so then you can always go darker because it's really hard to go lighter. With watercolor, you have a little bit of leeway because you can take a paper towel and kind of dap it on the paper to reabsorb some of that color off the page. But you don't want to rely on that too much. So it's best to always just start really light on your color and start with more water than anything. And another beautiful little fun thing with watercolor is it is a little annoying because it takes a long time to dry. Well, not that much. It's not that bad, but if you use too much water, like I often do, because I'm not super gifted in the skill of watercolor, it can take a little bit to dry, and then you're like, oh, I really wish I had a hair dryer, and then you realize you don't have a hair dryer, and that sucks. So, yeah. I hope my rambling is fun, because this is all I'm really doing. I'm just gonna be, yeah, drawing something. Who knows if it's gonna be any good? I don't know. I'm just doing this for fun. We're seeing how it turns out. So, but I want to practice this because, like, I don't know. I think there's a vibe to watercolor that's really cool, and for other people who have seen the short videos, right? I've been drawing these birds recently because I'm working on this little internship project, and we're doing like an advertisement campaign kind of for this this local. I don't want to say too much because I'm not really supposed to say that much, but it's like, I'll just call it a local company, and we're doing like an advertisement campaign with them. And I have this this motif of this estuary was brought up during the class, and so I thought it would be cool to kind of do a little animation of this like heron like flying through an estuary. So hence why I've been drawing the birds. And then also, I don't have any Wi-Fi in my apartment. So when I pulled up my computer and set up this to record, I was like, okay, if I'm going to draw something, it has to be something that's open on my computer. And what did I have open? I had my pictures, my references that I was grabbing for the heron. So that's what we're drawing today. We're drawing a little heron. Just fun. I think the blocking is not sucking, which is kind of fun. I'm happy with that. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes here. That was a little too much there, so we're just going to soften it up. But I think the color blocking is going pretty aight. There's people out in the hallway right now. I wonder if you can hear that. I don't even know how much of this I'm going to keep in or what I'm going to cut. Yeah, I haven't recorded a long form YouTube video in, God, I don't know, since the Minecraft videos. If you want to go take a look at high school Mitch, there I am playing Minecraft. Those were fun. Some of those videos are actually really funny. I can't lie. I should probably go back and rewatch them to make sure they're all up to snuff or not embarrassing, although they're all probably pretty embarrassing. But look at that. That's pretty good. Got some grass blocked out here. I'm hoping this dries here, and then I can add a little bit more. But I'm not hating this so far. And then I think this beak is going to be like this color, which should be... Ooh, look at that. Oh, shit. Oh, see, that's the issue with watercolor there. That just bled all over the place. Freaking watercolor, man. This is why you're supposed to have like a paper towel near you, which I don't have. See, take your paper towel and you have it save the day. Look at that. It's like it never happened. So, I mean, you can cheat. That's why I like watercolor. It's so forgiving. So you can really cheat it out a little bit, which is nice. I should be more mindful of that happening. So I definitely have to pay more attention to that. Let's see, how's this feeling? That's not quite dry yet. That looks pretty dry. So we're gonna go back over here. I don't love the composition here of this, but it's what we got. So we gotta work with what we got now. So we're gonna add in some more grass here. We need some darker grass as well. So now we need to start kind of pushing things out. Ooh, wow, look at that. So watercolor is also super cool because you can do so many different things with it. Right now I'm just using, how would you describe this? I don't really remember the styles, but you've got like dry brush techniques. You can use like salt and stuff to make really cool textures. So there's tons of stuff you can do with watercolor. It's such a cool medium. Hence why I want to work with it a little bit more. Ooh, look at that, that smudged a little bit. So like that is an accidental wet on wet technique, which can also make some cool effects, which that one's not too egregious. I kind of like the blending that's going on there. It's kind of cool. Ooh, look at that grass. Whoa, look at me go. So, I mean, also, you can get a lot of different like styles with watercolor blending too, because you get these hard lines, right? When it dries, so you can use that and you can stack the color on top, which is super cool. So like if we take, let's see, like this darker blue here and we wanted to add it to the bird on the underside of the wing, we could get this like outline of color that would stay, which could be cool. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it, but for now, I'm gonna try it out. Okay, bird. Look at this bird. Man, I have not painted in so long. I'm out of my element here. I'm be so for real. But that's kind of what makes it fun, you know? It's the fact that, like, art's cool like that. You don't have to be good to do anything. You can just draw and, you know, if you just want to practice something, go freaking practice it, man. Who's going to tell you to stop? It's just all about just letting loose, having a good time. We're going to add some more. Whoa, holy crap, that's dark. We're going to add some more water back here, too, I think. We're really going to spread this out. We're going to pull it away from the neck there. Yeah, once that dries, we're gonna need to add some more grass back there because it definitely is lacking a little bit of something. And then this is actually a nice muted tone to be kind of the skyline here. You gotta kind of add like some tree-esque shapes, you know, to be like the horizon. Ooh, okay, look at me go, look at me go. See this atmospheric perspective going on here? Yeah, that's what's up. That's an art term right there. Do I entirely remember what it means? It's something like as elements get further away from the viewer, they lose, what is it? Detail. They become less saturated. I feel like there's one other thing I'm forgetting, but those are like the main things. So atmospheric perspective. Pull that one out at the next party you're at. It'll make you so cool. Just kidding. The color selection on this palette is kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe take a little of the gray in here. Whoa, that got muddy. That's okay. So I believe my paper is starting to deteriorate, so I need to be careful about that. You start to get these little bumps here if you put too much water on the same area. So I'm gonna have to dial it back a little bit. But this is starting to come together a little bit. I can't lie. I should probably give it like 5 to 10 minutes to sit so then I can really come back and start adding more without messing up anything. I mean, maybe, let's see. I'm just so impatient, which is what makes me a bad painter, because you really need patience to be a good painter. Maybe that's a lie. I don't know. Maybe you can just do whatever the hell you want, because who's going to tell you not to? I think good painters are really patient, but then again, I don't know that many good painters, so I think good painters might know how to work like effectively. If you know what area of your canvas is dry, you should be able to work in those areas while the other areas are drying. But maybe that's wrong, and maybe that's why I'm not a painter and I'm a silly little cartoonist. I'm trying to cut back in on the heron's neck a little bit here. Try to make it a little bit thinner because it started out really wide. So I'm trying to not have it be so wide. I like this color for the way off in the distance here. It's working very nicely, I must say. I'm quite pleased with it. Okay, all right, I'm messing with it. I think it's turning out pretty good. I'm gonna give it like 5 minutes to sit and we will see what I can do when I get back, I guess. So quick cut and then I'll be back. All right, and after a little snack break, we are back at it here. Page is all dry, that's beautiful. So now let's see what we can make happen. I think first off, I'm going to add, what do I want to do first? Just by painting so hard, because you never know where to go next, unless you're smart and you plan things out better. But I don't do that, so we're just gonna start adding some more grass in here. So I think that's an okay place to start. So I'm starting out with this brown, right? Because it kind of looks like the, I don't know, bay grass or whatever you call it. And then I'm thinking after one more round of letting it sit to dry off, I'll go back in with some green to really make it look right. It's gonna be a lot of trial and error here, but I don't hate that. I think that's fine, and it's a step in the right direction. So in the little reference photo here, we've got some like leaves in here or something. I don't even know what I'm doing, man. I'm just over here throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what happens. I haven't used these brushes in so long. This brush feels like there's glue in it. I take great care of all my art supplies. This is not true, I do not. We're kind of losing this part of the neck here, which is annoying. I'm not entirely sure how to save that, but hey, we'll figure it out. Okay, now we're cooking. I think what we definitely do need is dark legs of the bird are indeed missing. So add something like that in there. That's not bad. And then, let's see, how do we get the form here to work out? So this wing is like up. Let's see, I'm deviating slightly from the reference photo because actually both wings are up in the reference photo, and I chose not to do that because I'm just, whoa, that's way too much pigment. Because I'm just a little rebel, I guess. Okay, bird. Getting these hard edges to work for the feathers is gonna be absolutely intrinsic to getting the form to read well. So I am gonna have to figure out how to do that, which right now I don't entirely know how to do. So I don't really know what I will do for that, but I will figure something out. Now, the one area I'm having trouble with here is definitely this section here, because I don't really know what's going on there. I think I was trying to make this, oh my God, that's way too much pigment, God damn it. But yeah, I think I was trying to make this more water, but it sort of kind of got away from me. Well, my second solution is try to carry the grass back behind the bird, but it's a little late for that. I kind of needed to do that first, but I don't know. There's a chance. I'll try to see what I can make happen, but we're at the point now where we might just have to roll with that area looking a bit strange. But hey, you know what? It's a learning curve. It's part of the process. What are you gonna do? That actually kind of works. It's not the best, but I think it'll save it. I'm gonna give this another 5 minutes and see if I can come back and fix it. Cause I've just spent 20 minutes trying to do more, and I feel like I've made it worse. So let's take a minute and see what we can figure out. Oh boy. All right, and we're back. So we need to figure out how to not make this such a mess of values, because right now it is exactly that. It is just a mess of values, and I added, I think, a little too much, and we have to try to dial it back a little bit now. So I'm gonna start by trying to put some more yellow back into here. I'm hoping that if we can get that to work out, then the bird will start to pop out a little bit more, which is kind of what we want. Because right now he's too blended in. You can't see him. But yeah, we're truly in the trial and error mode here. Lots of errors, mostly errors, not a lot of progress. Many trials, many failures. But hey, I mean, that's part of trying something new. So what are you gonna do? Okay, that I feel like it doesn't exactly look better because it's really yellow. But it does help with the value. It definitely makes it less muddy. It's still muddy, but it's not as, the value is different, that's for sure. So that's a step in the right direction. Definitely need like a little bit of a lighter color there. But now this goddamn bird, man, I swear, how do I get this to look the way I want it to look? The question of the hour. I think I'm just gonna say freak it, and I'm gonna try this. Because what needs to happen is this wing, the form of the wing needs to come down this way a little bit more. And that is just not happening. And that is like not useful at all. It's literally not adding anything. Oh, shoot balls. What do I do here? Oh, this is so hard. Why did I ever think this was a good idea? Literally gonna have like 10 million hours of footage to look at, and it's not gonna be good anyways. Okay, so now you see this little contact point here. Like this form is starting to make more sense and look more like the real bird. So that's helpful. It's still not perfect by any means. This is very much unperfect in like every single way, but it's starting to work a little bit better, which is good. That is what we want to see. Baby steps. This was supposed to be something fun and fast, and it is, well, it's still fun, but it's definitely not fast. So, note to self, don't start a watercolor project when you have 10 million other things you should be doing instead. But this is good. It's a learning opportunity, and that's what I need. I just needed to take some time and just have some fun with something. And I feel like this is, I mean, it's pretty fun. I can't lie. Watercolor's fun. painting's fun and everything, you know? It's just like, you just mess around, and it's very different, you know? I work with my pens and everything like that, and I do a lot of studies and practices, and I spend a little bit, possibly too much time doing that sort of stuff. And I think it's important to branch out a little bit and try something different, you know? Because like, this is still technically just practice. Like, it's never going to end up in a museum, or it's never going to get published or anything like that. But something different, you know, to think differently, get yourself in a different sort of mindset. It's very important, because we get so caught up in what we know and what we like to do that we don't ever branch out and try new things. And I think that's just a wasteful way to live. Like, why not just try a little bit of everything and see what sticks? Hence why I am doing a little bit of watercolor. Okay, so I have to figure out this grass, because something is not working here. And I think it's the thickness of the individual things. It's very thick grass. Grass is not that thick. So I think I have to try and use a thinner brush here. And maybe I'm gonna go with this one. I know it's so small, but I think it's what I have to do to try to get this to look right. Okay, that is definitely helping. Now, we can't really fix these absolutely massive guys here, but we can try to cut back in on them. What green was that? Was it this green? All right, so I'm happy enough, I think, with some of it. I'm just gonna try to get this form in the bird to be a little bit more defined. Okay, well, the head is too big, I'm now seeing. Not really sure what I can change about that. Well, that's too much. Not really sure what I can change about that. Technically, I could try to cut back in on it, but that seems a little dicey this late in the process. Oh, okay, and after another 20 minutes, we now have this, and I am quite satisfied with this. So I think I'm gonna give it a little bit, and then I'm gonna ink it, and then I'm gonna be done with this freaking thing. And I don't know, I'm satisfied with it, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I think once I add in, I wasn't going to do any inks on it, but I think it needs it. I really think it does. So I'm gonna go back over with my pens, and we will see how it turns out. So yeah, I'll be right back and start that soon. All right, that was a little bit longer than a 5-minute break, but we are back, and we are going to do some little inking on this guy. So let's see what we can do and see if we can make it look better. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Editor Mitch here. I'm editing this awesome video. I hope you guys are liking it so far. It's been an experience, that's for sure. I have no idea what I'm doing. I haven't done anything like this in so long. But here's me inking. I thought I would put this section in time-lapse because it just made more sense. And also, I literally did not say anything while I was doing these inks. I was just locked in, just doing it. So hence why I am here, to fill the void. Wow, thanks, me, for stepping up. You're welcome, me. That's so cool. I'm losing my mind. What do I have to say? I have a minute of time to fill here, basically. Oh, it's so much time, guys. Art, watercolor. Isn't it cool? This was the first watercolor I've done in a hot minute. I don't know. I've done a couple in the past. I did one for, like, my sister's birthday, like, 2 years ago. I've definitely gotten a little bit better since then. But, yeah, this was fun. It looks pretty good. Honestly, it's grown on me more since I finished it. I've been looking at it in my sketchbook. Also, funny thing, I did it upside down in my sketchbook, which I don't know if you can notice because the rings are on the opposite side than they should be. So yeah, I drew this one totally upside down, which kind of adds to the beauty of it. So yeah, that's probably it. This will probably end and you will be taken back to me in the present. So, okay, bye. Okay, and there we go. A little bit of ink on there. And I think it just, you know, it doesn't entirely make it better. I think it's inherently a flawed painting, if you will. But you know what? For my first time watercoloring in a hot minute, I can't say I'm that upset about it. I think it looks fine. And I think the ink helps to define some of the forms a little bit better than I did originally with just the watercolor. So I think the ink's a fine addition. I would kind of wish that I didn't need to use it, but hey, if it helps define the forms better, why not? Who cares? So anyways, I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. I know it probably could have been a little bit better, but honestly, I don't care that much. This was just a fun little sketchbook practice, and I'm pretty happy with it. I don't even know what this video is going to look like because it's kind of a mess. But if you like the video, like it, follow, do the thing. But yeah, so I post daily little sketches and stuff on YouTube, on TikTok, stuff like that. I post comics on TikTok and Instagram as well. So those are pretty cool. You should check those out. But yeah, that's everything for today. Enjoy the video and enjoy the bird. He's very blue. And you know what? I like that. I vibe with that. So yeah, anyways, catch you guys later. Peace out. Take care.